Movie Club. Here reviewing the movie Drive. That's a really bizarre movie. It, I mean, the beginning sequence with the whole 5 minute speech. You kind of think that this guy's going to be just some OCD getaway driver. But once you see him in action, you kind of realize, okay, hey, there's a little bit of a method to this guy's madness here. And then for the majority of the movie, this guy is just a stone wall. Like, he's just an ice sculpture. He's just basically emotionless. I mean, yeah, you see, he kind of has a thing for the girl next door, but I don't know, it's just a lot of lack of emotion from this character that Ryan Gosling is playing. And I'm so used to seeing him play all these really emotional, yeah, well, all over the place kind of characters. But it's kind of strange to see him in this type of a role. It just I mean, he did a great job. The acting was fantastic, but it's new. I guess is the phrasing I'm going for. It was new. It was somewhat refreshing. It was a good job. But it just seemed very slow pace up until that chick's husband got out of jail. That's when the shit started happening, and it just seemed like it took forever to get to that point. And one thing about this movie, which a lot of these action, thriller, suspense, type movies, they rely on shaky camera angles and tricks and whatnot to kind of help mask some of the special effects they use to make it seem more realistic, to hide lines or just to hide things in general. But this, the way this movie was shot, it didn't have a lot of the shaky camera stuff going on that a lot of other movies of this genre would have. And in fact, there was a lot of slow motion pieces. When some of the action was really going down, it would have slow motion. It would slow down the frame rate and everything, and you could just see it slowly taking place, like in the hotel with the ambush after getting the money from the pawn shop and everything. Everything just slowed down, and you could see everything going on. The camera wasn't shaking side to side, and you're like, whoa, what's happening? What's going on? It wasn't all over the place like a lot of this genre would have, which I enjoyed that very much. And that was a very good quality to this movie to have. And the ending, man, it was bizarre. It didn't really give any closure. It's like, okay, he's driving off, still got his wound. Did he bleed to death? Did he ever meet back? Huh? What happened? What's going? I mean, okay, and he left the money. Really? You're gonna leave? Come on. That's just no. I'm sorry. That's just not plausible. That's not plausible at all. Who the hell would sit there, kill the guy, but leave the money? But I mean, granted, he was defending himself or whatever. To an extent, I mean, he did help steal the money and whatever, but he was somewhat, defending himself to a degree. But yet, there's nobody else around that's gonna come looking for that, other than like the owner of the pawn shop or whatever. But still, it's like you leave it there, really, and you drive off. You don't go see the chick that you have a thing for, the girl that you risked your life to save. You just like, fuck it. You know, why bother? Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. I was just gonna hit it and quit it anyways. Come on, dude. Seriously, I don't know. It's just puzzling. It's puzzling, but all in all, it was a good movie. I do highly recommend it. You know, it's when things really start picking up. You know, you kind of get sucked in. You know, but I don't know. It doesn't. The only the things that really bugged me was the character growth, man. I mean, watching a lot of movies, you know, you kind of get used to seeing characters progress and grow and change and, you know, shape themselves to what's happening around them, but doesn't seem like he really grows or anything. Like, yeah, he slightly changes and he's like, okay, shit's getting real. Now I need to do something about it. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem to have any real progression. You know, it just seems like typical getaway driver, typical set of emotions, typical set of reactions. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even though I didn't like the way, didn't like the lack of character progression, that doesn't mean that Ryan Gosling did a bad job at playing this role. I mean, he really did do a good job at playing this role. This really was outside of what I'm used to seeing of him. You know? I mean, this is a guy that came from playing, what was it, Young Hercules, all the way, you know, then to like stuff like, I don't know, The Notebook and whatnot, you know, just along the way. Wow, Young Hercules. I can't believe I remembered that. Oh man. But anyways, I've got a mixed set of emotions about this movie. Granted, I do recommend it. It is a good movie to watch. It's just it leaves me very conflicted, you know. And if you want to watch a movie that's gonna leave your brain going like, whoa, what the, wah, then, you know, this is a great movie. I love movies like that, you know, like Shutter Island, you know, was a complete mind fuck. This movie kind of follows along that path of like, are you serious? Wait, what? Did that her? You know, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done. I'm out of words. I'm just end of review.